So it was 11:11 when I started recording this message. And the message that I got was, I am abundance in the reasons to be thankful and happy. Not abundant, but abundance. And then it was 11:11, and the spiritual significance of 11:11 is the things that we know, like new beginning and spiritual awakening, wishes fulfilled, sometimes twin flames. And but the bottom of this overview says, a reminder to keep thoughts positive for manifestation, which I thought was right in alignment with this I am abundance in the reasons to be thankful and happy. So I thought that would be a great place to start. Okay. What messages do we have with abundance and thankful and happy? Oh, we have card 22, Fool's Embrace, Transmuting Pain. You might have recently gone through something that was incredibly painful, but you found a way to alchemize that into something truly beautiful. Anything else? Was it that one? Obstacles. And this one. And the power of community gathering around. 5626. You might have had a great deal of friendships that helped you through this challenging obstacle. All right, let's find out a little bit about it. What is your current energy? Current energy. One more. Oh. Ooh. Ten of Swords. And Justice. Wow, that feels nice. Okay, you wouldn't think that, right? Ten of Swords, painful ending, betrayal. And this Justice, even the Justice card here has this sort of reverence to it. But with transmuting pain here, it's almost like the Justice was your design. Can you tell me more about this Ten of Swords? Oh, hearing before tarot. Okay. Tell me more about Justice. No, Ten of Swords. We have Judgment. Wow. And the Page of Pentacles. All right. So this ending was the beginning of your reiteration of your what does that mean? Reiteration of your spiritual journey. Okay, so it was in this situation where you were able to transmute pain. The ending was your chance to practice what you preach. Okay, so it's kind of the feeling of see, this is making me so happy, and it's I'm sorry, it's such a hard thing to be happy about. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's say that you have kids, and your kid blows up a mailbox. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that on YouTube. Your kids paint a neighbor's car, right? It's a really bad one too. Okay, well, anyway, so your kids do something really crappy, and you handle it really poorly, and you think back to yourself, and you're like, wow, I know better. I could have handled that better. Why didn't I do better? Well, a year later, they do it again, or something very similar. And basically, this time, you were able to handle it the way that you are proud of yourself in handling it. It's kind of like that feeling with this Page of Pentacles. This is like this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity for for you to be more of the better version of yourself. So with the Fool's Embrace and transmuting pain, you took this situation that was incredibly painful, this obstacle that you came up against, right? And you ended up ending, it was a horrible thing, this Ten of Swords. It was betrayal. It was just the end, an ending. There was justice in it. You felt just because of it. You didn't walk away with your woe is me this time, with your regrets and your sadness and you were able to see the silver lining, the design in it all, the lesson, the purpose, the reason that you created it in the first place, in an effort to grow. It's such a nice energy. Can you tell me about the obstacles? What was the obstacle? Why don't I use this? All right. Tell me about the obstacle. Repose. What else? Cast out. This one? Esoteric. And the Covenant. We're going to go to the book on some of these. All right, the Wall. Your obstacle. Okay, so repose is talking about rest needed. So you can hear my dog. Rejection and remoteness. casting out. Esoteric. Wandering off the path of social convention. Misunderstandings. And then the covenant. Honor and agreements. You can really hear him. Promises made to the self. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Okay, so how you would have acted before. Let's go back to that other example. You know what? Let's just drop the example. It was a terrible example. The way that you had handled this particular situation in the past, right, would have been very, very different than how you handled it this time. You took a pause. You took a breath. You took a minute. And it changed everything. You made a promise to yourself the last time. You made a promise that it was not going to happen. It ain't going to go down like that this time. And it didn't. And you feel really, really good about it. This is all about your growth. You have community again here with gathering around, the power of community. You have help. You have help that you don't know about. My poor dog. Look at this. Can you tell us about this help? Can you tell us about this help that we're unaware of? Number 13, Epiphany. What else? Music. Angel at the bottom of the deck. This to me feels like your guidance system, your higher self, your angels, your spiritual tribe. Your guardians? Your guardians. Sorry, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, you asked for it. Not the sneeze, sorry. You asked for it. This was something that you called for. You called and you listened to the call. Oh, you were heard. You were heard. This feels a lot like doing the work. Like you did the work. Look at her reaching out with hearts, reaching above. You were actually able to see. And now you get to reap the abundance of it. The abundance is the love. This is such a beautiful energy, starting from such a rough place. Okay, numbers here might be important. 23, 28, 16, 9, 13, 24, 26, 22. There's a lot of twos here. 56. And number 2, angel. What else can I tell you? What else would you like to know? Okay, what now? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? We have nature, wrath, and communication. Is this depression? Ooh, the daisies. These are funky. Is this what are we talking about? Okay, one more. Clarity on okay, yeah. All right, so that's where are we going to go from here? You're in a great mood. You found reasons to be thankful and happy, and if you didn't and you chose this video anyway, or you saw this video, Spirit is recognizing that you had something very, very difficult, but you found a way to transmute the pain. If you are currently struggling in finding the appreciation of it, which I don't think is true because of the way that this makes me feel, you're being asked to check in with yourself to see if there's anything hidden or residual from the experience that you need to open up to. Communication, wrath, and nature. So it is natural, it is likely, it happens that when we go through these periods of upheaval in our lives, that we have resistance, which, if not dealt with, ends up in resentment and suppression of those emotions. You're being asked if you had communicated You transmuted the pain. Did you transmute the anger? Where does the anger come from? So to verify that, we have the Hermit and the Hanged Man. And learning the truth. Here you are sitting in the Nine of Cups. This is your pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Make sure that when you illuminate this entire experience of yours, that you just double check that you don't have anything hanging out there. Anything that you are... See, because we had this here, that time, that repose. And cast out. What was that with? That was the obstacle. Double check with yourself. Just check in with yourself. Am I angry about this? Am I still pissed off over the situation? Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have used that example of the kids. So I'm asking, what do we have to look forward to? And the answer that I got was the same thing. I was already told any obstacles that we might run into, you're already told. So I think that this is it. Let's do like a closing message, I think. Closing message. Closing message. This might be really hard for you, but it doesn't feel that way. That fool's embrace, that is a beautiful energy. Closing message. You have incredible energy. There is a fire within you. I'm not gonna give you one. Yeah. All right. Come on. I don't feel any of this. So if I can't feel the wrath, but it's there, look deep. Look within. It wouldn't have come out if it wasn't there. All right. Thank you for allowing me to tap into your energy. Readings are available free currently. Just send me an email. Information is in the somewhere on the page in the community tab, I think. Okay. Have a great day.